Question: how would you define a legendary comeback?
Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Before 2016, falling behind 3-1 in the NBA Finals was virtually a death sentence. In the history of the NBA, 39 teams have gone down 3-1 in the NBA Finals, and only one team has ever overcome this deficit. Only 2 teams have even managed to force a Game 7 after facing that deficit. This was the Knicks in 1951 and the Lakers in 1966. 10 years later, this series stands out as an anomaly. Not only did LeBron's Cavs overcome adversity no one else ever has, they did it against, on paper, the greatest team of all time. To understand the significance of this achievement, we have to go back, all the way back.
The Bulls finished the regular season 72 wins, just 10 losses on the year.
In 1996, Michael Jordan's Bulls made history as they secured the greatest regular season record of all time with 72 wins and 10 losses. Other than minor problems with small injuries, mental fatigue, and, well, Dennis Rodman, the season went relatively smoothly. This record stood for 2 decades. Legendary teams came and went, but no one broke it until the 2015-2016 season. The Warriors entered this season as defending champs, but instead of becoming complacent after winning their title, they somehow became even better. They opened the season with a mind-boggling record of 24 wins and 2 losses. This was record-breaking in itself, as the closest team in terms of opening undefeated streaks were all only 15-0. They played faster than almost everyone, passed constantly, and stretched defenses further away from the basket than they were prepared to defend. Steph Curry could pull up from anywhere on the court. Klay Thompson could catch fire without needing to dribble. Draymond could defend every position, push the ball in transition, and run the offense like a point guard. Iguodala and Sean Livingston provided the Warriors with 2 experienced and versatile players for depth. With this team, the sky was the limit, and at the center of it all was Stephen Curry. Curry averaged 30 points while shooting over 45% from 3. He made 402 3-pointers, smashing his own NBA record and becoming the first player to ever make 400 in a season. He led the league in scoring and steals, and became the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. This wasn't just a great player having a great season though. Curry was changing what people believed was possible on a basketball court. By the time the playoffs began, the Warriors were chasing something larger than just another title. They were chasing the greatest season of all time. The Cavs, on the other hand, finished the season with a record of 57 wins and 25 losses, which was impressive in its own right. LeBron averaged 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, alongside Kyrie, who averaged 19.6 points. This set the stage for a massive postseason, and fans knew exactly what they were getting. If you take a look at the preseason championship odds, you'll see that the Warriors and Cavs were the 2 most favored teams, and that's how it played out. The Cavs took care of business in the East, which is widely regarded as the weaker conference, but things weren't as easy in the West for the Warriors. In fact, it was a bloodbath. The Warriors took care of both the Rockets and the Blazers comfortably, but in the Eastern Conference Finals, they were almost eliminated by OKC. Ironically, the Warriors were the ones who trailed 3-1 in the series. Over 30 teams have trailed 3-1 in the conference finals, and 3 of them have overcome this deficit. This means that although it was very difficult, it was possible. The problem was, OKC was bigger than the Warriors in terms of their lineup, and they were also more athletic. The shift in this series came in Game 6, when Klay Thompson caught fire and dropped 41 points on the road. This momentum carried over to Game 7 for the Warriors, as they were now at home. Steph Curry took over in this game, scoring 36 points and hitting 7 3-pointers to seal the historic comeback. Although it wasn't easy, they made it. The 73-9 Warriors overcame adversity no one thought they would face, and it only made them stronger favorites to win the championship. LeBron's Cavs were officially facing a titan of a team.
Barbosa fakes. 2-pointer for Barbosa. Boy, the bench has played so well for Golden State. And Tyronn Lue takes a timeout 50 seconds into the 4th.
Game 1 immediately showed just how difficult Golden State was to beat. Curry and Klay were actually terrible in this game for their standards, as they combined for only 20 points. You would think that's exactly what the Cavs wanted, but it didn't matter. Golden State's bench outscored Cleveland's bench 45-10, and Game 2 was even worse. Draymond Green hit 5 threes. Yes, Draymond. And he scored 28 points. They won this game 110-77, a 33-point win. To make matters worse, a key player for the Cavs in Kevin Love went down with a concussion. At this point, nobody was talking about an all-time comeback. People were wondering if Cleveland could even make this series competitive. Game 3 is where the Cavs saw a glimmer of hope. With Kevin Love out, they changed the lineup and started Richard Jefferson, and immediately, the series started looking different. Kyrie came out firing, finishing with 30, and LeBron attacked relentlessly, finishing with 32. The Cavs pulled away in this game with a final score of 120-90. The series was now 2-1 heading into Game 4, and then Steph Curry happened.
Pinning Draymond Green, eliminating his help by Love. Curry, way downtown, it's inside Iguodala, knocked away by Irving, picked up by Curry, corner 3, it's good. Curry's jumper answers back. Thompson out to Curry. Three-pointer. Puts it in. Golden State up 3 on 11-point turnaround here.
He dropped 38 points and hit 7 threes. Golden State won 108-97, which meant that this series was, on paper, officially over. No one comes back from 3-1 in the NBA Finals.
I mean, guys talk trash in this league all the time. You know, I'm just kind of shocked some guys take it so personal. I don't know how the man feels, or people have feelings, and I guess his feelings just got hurt.
No, I'm not. What did you say Clay said?
Clay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
A key detail from Game 4 was this incident between LeBron and Draymond. They got tangled up and LeBron stepped over Draymond. Draymond responded by swiping at LeBron, which was then reviewed by the NBA, and they came to the conclusion that Draymond would receive a flagrant foul. Throughout the playoffs, he had already accumulated multiple flagrants, and this one pushed him over the limit. He was given an automatic 1-game suspension, meaning he would miss Game 5. The Warriors would quickly feel his absence.
Irving, crossover, pull up, got it. Here's Irving. Steps back, Kyrie Irving. James the drive, James the finish. James fakes, James drives, James finishes, and the foul.
This is where the comeback began. LeBron James recorded 41 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Kyrie Irving also matched this himself, scoring 41 points, shooting 17 for 24 from the field. Kyrie was hitting ridiculous contested shots. LeBron was attacking the rim, and for one night, the Warriors simply had no answer for either of them. Cleveland won this game 112-97, and the series was officially 3-2. But Golden State suffered another loss during this game. Andrew Bogut injured his knee and would miss the rest of the finals. Bogut wasn't putting up huge numbers, but he was Golden State's starting center and an important rim protector. Game 6 was back in Cleveland. Draymond was also back, but once again, LeBron completely took over. 41 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 blocks. For the second straight game, with Cleveland facing elimination, LeBron scored 41 points. At this point, he was doing everything. Scoring, running the offense, protecting the rim, guarding multiple positions, and Golden State was starting to unravel. Steph Curry eventually fouled out, and in frustration, he threw his mouthguard into the crowd before being ejected. Cleveland won 115-101. The series was officially tied, 3-3. 82 regular season games, 3 playoff rounds, 6 finals games, and now the entire season just came down to 48 minutes. In this game, the best player wearing a Warriors jersey wasn't Steph, it wasn't Clay, it was Draymond. He played one of the best games of his career, recording 32 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists. Golden State went into halftime leading 49-42. They were 24 minutes away from the championship, but Cleveland refused to go away. J.R. Smith hit 2 huge threes to begin the second half, Kyrie continued creating shots, and LeBron continued doing everything. And heading into the final minutes, neither team could separate themselves from the other. With 4 minutes and 39 seconds left, Klay Thompson scored to tie the game at 89. Nobody knew this at the time, but those would be the final points that Golden State scored all season. Less than 2 minutes remaining, and then it happened.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
If Iguodala made that layup, Golden State would have taken the lead. Instead, the game stays tied, and around a minute later, Kyrie has the ball. Steph Curry is guarding him.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. And the Cavaliers by 3.
With 53 seconds left in Game 7, Kyrie just hit the biggest shot of his life, but the Warriors still had time. Curry dribbled, stepped back for 3, and missed. It was over. Cleveland had done it. They officially made history. They overcame not only a deficit that no one else in history has been able to, but they did it against, on paper, the greatest team of all time. The final score was 93-89. Cleveland had not won a championship in a major professional sport since 1964. 52 years. LeBron had fulfilled the promise that he made when he returned home. He led both teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Every major statistical category. 10 years later, we have seen just in the most recent finals a team go down 3-1, and they too face the same fate as every other.
I pour my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but it's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like, instead of saying, why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do.
After a decade, this achievement stands the test of time, and it's hard to say that we'll ever see a comeback quite like this.